Right everyone, WeaponCollector here. Right, I thought I'd do a final garden video, the plants I was growing. In all honesty, this year has been a total fuck up. It's my own fault really. Where I kept going to visit Metallic, I wasn't getting anyone to water my plants, so what I'm about to show you next is basically what I came back to maybe a month ago. I haven't even cleared it up yet. So what I am going to do today is I'm going to harvest everything I've got, which isn't a lot, and tidy the whole lot up. So what I'll do now is I'm going to turn the camera and show you. It's quite sad, to be honest. It's my own fault there. That's what's left of my celery, peppers. I didn't get a single tomato off of anything. They're all dead. That's where the potatoes were. My citrus tree's alright still. Dead tomato plants. At least my spring onions are still growing. There might be some carrots in there. I've already pulled one up. I'm not very hopeful for those. Bamboo's doing alright. I'll have a look in there because those tomato plants still look alive, but as far as I'm aware I cannot see any tomatoes in there. There might be some carrots in there. Squash plant dead. Everything there is dead. And probably the most disappointing thing of all is I didn't get a single tomato off those great big tomato plants. And out of the 3 squash plants, there's a little one there about as big as a tennis ball, and one there, and that's it. You know, and that's very disappointing. But as I mentioned before, it's my own fault. I kept pissing off and not asking anyone to water my plants, and unless you do that, people aren't necessarily going to do it. It's just started to rain now, which is slightly annoying. Right, I'm going to put the camera away. I'm going to clear all this up and harvest as much as I can, and I'll show you what I've got. Right, I've had a good tidy up. It stopped raining luckily, so I'll show you what I did in the end, and what I kept, and what I harvested, which isn't a lot, but I got something out of it at least. I did get some, so I have had some spring onions, and the spring onions are still growing, so that's fine, I'll keep growing them. And I did have some potatoes. Did I have something else? I can't remember. I definitely had some potatoes. And we've got some spring onions, already had the spring onions, and as I said, they're still growing. So I'll show you what I got, and I'll show you what I've done. So what I have managed to harvest is 2 little squashes. I don't know what I do with them. Shoot them probably. I don't know. There's not a lot I can do with them. Would they have seeds in? I don't know if they've got seeds in. I'll get the seeds out and use them for next year, but I doubt it, that kind of size. There's a tiny little one underneath there somewhere, and I've got some carrots, so at least I've got enough carrots. There's probably enough carrots there for 2 meals, me and someone else, or maybe 3 of us. That's it really, that's all I've got. That little corner bit up there's been completely cleared. This up here, I've took out all of the dead crap and sorted all the pots out, emptied them all. These are the spring onions that are left, and seeing as they're still perfectly healthy, I'll carry on growing those. Got rid of everything down there that was dead, kept all the pots and kept the big pots with the soil in, because that soil is probably alright for next year, and if it's not, I can always mix it with some of the bone meal that Jim M gave me. Bamboo's growing alright still, so I've repotted that into a bigger pot. That can go. The citrus tree is alright. That will need to be put indoors when it starts getting frosty though. Those 2 are just set there ready. In the bottom of there is a couple of big ones that are just ready to go. And then in these 2, I think that is some celery. And seeing as that's not dead, I thought I'd put it in here. And the one underneath has some, I think it's rosemary. So I might as well give those 2 a chance and put them in there. This has been cleaned up to a degree, and the big ones have all been cleaned out, and again they'll sort of be ready for next year. I'll just need to take the canes out, put some bone meal in, and yeah, next year I'll just make sure I've got some way to water them while I'm not here, or ask someone, make sure I really do ask someone to Do it for me. There's my bike, ready to go. So yeah, that's it for this year's gardening videos. There weren't really many this year, and in all honesty, because I wasn't about, not loads, but I was away enough at a time that it kept nearly killing the plants, you see, because I was going away for 2 weeks at a time, I think 3 weeks at one point I was away, and they didn't really get watered. And you'd think because they was outside they would get plenty of rain, but they don't. The one's up against the wall, bone dry, and the tomatoes and the squashes, because of where they are, the trees are stopping the water going on them, stopping the rain going on them. So they didn't really get as much water as you thought. You would just assume, it's raining, it rains a lot in the UK, they'll get plenty of water, but they didn't. So, yeah, it doesn't matter. You live and learn, don't you? And as I said, it's my own fault, really. But yeah. Cheers, Jim, for sorting a lot of the soil out this year. I do appreciate it. And cheers for the bone meal, because I will be able to reuse a lot of this soil with the bone meal now. So I should be alright next year for the amount of big pots and soil I've got. I should just be able to go straight away. And I've still got the tomato feed up there. So yeah, should be right next year. And as I said, I'll make sure next time I sort something out properly. It won't be long, give it a couple of months. You can start again, you know. If you grow stuff indoors, you can start all your peppers and that, and you know, a lot of things can be started indoors in bloody January and that. You know, I don't know how many people do that, but I have done that quite a few times. And then by the time you're planting them outside in March and that, they're like this big anyway. So you've got a good head start. Right, cheers for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the series. There won't be no more garden stuff for a while now, but as I said, it won't be that long. Right, cheers for watching, everyone. See you later.